Good morning. Did everyone have fun last night at the party? Yeah, cool. Yeah, it was a really interesting space to be. I mean, yesterday was really awesome as well. So many different great presentations, so many great speakers, and a lot of great activity out there in the foyer. So today we have an equally packed agenda. This morning you're going to hear a set of really amazing keynotes. Leanne Kemp from Hyperledger will be coming up to talk about their use of blockchain technology to fight slave labor and corruption in the diamond trade. Dan Middleton, the chair of our technical steering committee, will be speaking about basically all of the technology developments going on in Hyperledger. Before I begin, I wanted to note, even at an event like this, we're seeing developers continue to make progress. And in fact, yesterday we had 2 release candidates of 2 of the technologies put together and announced to the public. One of those is Fabric 1.4. Release candidate 1 was just published. Congrats to the Fabric team. How many here are maintainers on Fabric? I know there's a few of you. I know Chris is here. I think Gary. So congrats on that, and it looks like we'll try to get a 1.4 out before either the end of the year or early next. And Iroha issued a release candidate for 1.0. So join me in a round of applause for those 2 communities. I know there's some Iroha devs here as well, and folks from Soramitsu and some of the other contributors as well, so try and track them down and do give that framework a check out because it's really awesome. So one of the people that I respect the most when it comes to the word cybersecurity, which is a hugely overloaded term, one that is the subject of endless amounts of books and debates and panels at conferences, that sort of thing. But one of the true voices of high signal, high quality out there about really what's going on in the cybersecurity world is our next speaker, Bruce Schneier. Bruce has been a noted authority in this for a very long time, has written a lot of different books out there about cybersecurity. He's a researcher at the Berkman Center at Harvard, or a fellow there, sorry, at the Berkman Center at Harvard, and a lecturer in public policy at the Harvard Kennedy School. His well-known newsletter called the Cryptogram, hopefully all of you are subscribed to it. It comes out once a month, and it's hours and hours of really high-quality reading about everything going on and what's broken about the internet. And he's also on the board of the Electronic Frontier Foundation with me, and have had a number of conversations with him about cybersecurity and blockchains, which we thought would be an interesting thing for all of you to kind of get a sense for his take on, because on one hand, we take for granted that cryptography and kind of the distribution inherent, the super distribution inherent in blockchains is a source of strength, is a source of integrity and resiliency. But we should challenge our own assumptions on that, right? And we should try to make sure that what we're building can actually go and be a net positive contributor to enhancing the security of the internet as a whole and all the applications we use to build this. So with that, I asked if he'd come and kind of give his thoughts on applying what he's learned and thought about in the cybersecurity space to Hyperledger into the blockchain space. And so with that, help me welcome Bruce Schneier.